Silver and gold investors hold the metal because they want to be their own bank, right? They don't want to put their money in the traditional banking system, or at least not all of their money. You hold silver, you hold gold as an insurance policy because you want to be your own central bank. There's a famous hedge fund manager, macroeconomist, a guy named Hugh Hendry, who recently did an interview with Bloomberg Radio where he talked about the prospect of U.S. banks freezing people's accounts, limiting our ability to take money out of the banks. And haven't we kind of heard about that already? People that go to the bank and try to take some money out, especially cash, they're being questioned by the bankers. Is this even more reason for you to hold silver and gold? Does this create even more value for silver and gold? Let's dive right into this article. I want to read you a couple things that this Mr. Hugh Hendry, he's a macro guru. And by the way, thank you for joining me today. It's a big deal. If you could like this video, share it, and even subscribe if you like. I put out intriguing new content every single day. I promise I won't disappoint. But what did Hugh Hendry say during his Bloomberg interview that should make us all a little scared, those of us who have money in banks? And I have some money in the bank, okay? So I'm a little scared when I hear this. He says that mass panic and capital flight away from the U.S. banking sector is entirely justified, right? The banks are all in bad financial shape, okay? Hendry says further decline in the M2 money supply, which is the part that tracks money in liquid checking accounts, could convince the U.S. government to step in and prevent citizens from taking their capital out of the banking system, limiting your ability to take your money out of the banking system. And do you know why? Because the banks, their investments, what they did with your money when you deposited it there, they made some risky investments. They maybe didn't think they were risky at the time, but they sure wound up being risky. They don't have the money. If they have to sell their investments to give you your money, they don't have enough investments to sell. That's the whole point of what is going on right now in the banking sector. It's the whole point why, for some of us, maybe you, is it you? Are you included in this? It's a good idea to hold physical metals, okay? That's like a big key fundamental thing that us in the precious metal sector, we want to be our own banks, right? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Let's go in a little deeper. He said sometimes, quote, sometimes it's relevant to panic. I would recommend you panic. You've seen the biggest waterfall declines in M2 right now. M2 is deposits, not loans. That's the deposits fleeing the system into money market funds. That could reach a crescendo. What the heck is a crescendo? Does anybody know what a crescendo is? If you know what a crescendo is, this is how right now, besides like, sharing, and subscribing, you could contribute to Ron's Basement. Somebody tell me, what is a crescendo? Like a peak? I don't know. A crescent? Anyway, that could reach a crescendo where the Treasury and the Fed may have to come in and actually restrict your right as a U.S. citizen to pull money out of the banking sector. Hendry says capital flight from U.S. banks is not solely about fears on whether the FDIC will insure deposits, blah, 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 blah. So then, and we're going to talk about gold confiscation. That happened in 1934 because he goes on to talk about that. But guys, we're seeing stress everywhere in the financial sector, in the banking sector. This is a direct result of Jerome Powell raising rates at the fastest rate in history last year. Let's talk about silver and gold. Let's take a big, broad perspective on this. We already know, I know you, I know why you hold silver and gold, because you want to be your own bank, right? Nobody's going to restrict anything. No counterparty risk when you hold physical silver or gold. I own some physical silver. Let me show you this. Here it is right here, right? I don't have to worry about the bank telling me I can't have my 10-ounce bar of silver. You too, you're likely in the same position, right? We don't have to worry about counterparty risk. And the system is under so much stress right now. You know what? I'm going to tell you a quick story. It dawned on me last night. I don't know if you have this happen to you. However, last night it just dawned on me. I was like, I can't believe that they actually let us convert paper, make-believe, fake money into real metals, right? Like I can take $300 of paper and go buy one of these real 10 ounces of silver. Same thing with gold. It's almost unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense, right? Paper, make believe, and you can trade it for real metals, but that's what we get to do. You know, there's a lot of stress out there. We had another really interesting data point that came out earlier this week. Economic data showed that confidence among small business owners fell in April to the lowest level since, who can guess? Who can guess what year? Right? Confidence among small business owners fell to the lowest level since what year? Leave it in the comment section below. I'll ring the bell for whoever gets it right. That's right. This bell right here. I'll ring it for you. All right, let's go through some comments here. Thank you, CoinShop Chris, for being here. Thank you. CoinShop Chris wants me to remind you that gold and silver are real money. Everything else is just unicorn fart dust, right? Paper. Can you believe you can trade paper for real metal? It's crazy. Even electronic money, right? Can you feel it? Can you see it? No, right? Crypto, whatever you want to call it, you can trade that for real money that's been valuable for thousands of years. Nope, not 2008. Higher. Guess higher. Good guess. Keep going. Come on, somebody, please. Yeah, and I do have an update for everybody on the Missouri gold and silver legal tender legislation. We're going to get to that a little bit later, okay? But I have a big update, a cool update that I think you're going to like. Let me look here, make sure. Okay. Nope, higher, Daniel. And higher, Dr. Jekyll. Higher, CoinShop Chris. Not too much higher. Come on, you can do it. What year, right? The last time small business confidence was this low in the United States. What? Nope, a little bit lower. Nope, you guys are right there. No WhatsApp either. Right, I'll never contact you on WhatsApp. It's in between Dr. Jekyll and Brent Terry. Who's going to type it in first? No, Chris. Lower. No, Kevin. Yes, Daniel. 2013. 2013. 10 years. Small business confidence hasn't been this low. Things are getting dicey out there. That's why we hold on to our physical metals, silver and gold. You know, this just popped into my mind, but I'll share it with you. Yeah. You know, the amount of metal on the COMEX right now, the electronic exchange where the price of silver is determined, what a racket. And that's soon going to be coming to an end for many reasons. But the amount of money, the amount of metal they have backing all that up is so slim, so fragile, right? Guys, it's just going to take one more. I think, let me know what you think about this. I think it's just going to take one more event, right? We saw what happened 6 weeks ago when the stress in the banking system started happening. One more event, and I think it could be very likely that the COMEX and the LBMA are broken, that the price actually is allowed to break free, okay? What do you think? Yes or no? Do you think it's just going to take one more event? I'd be really interested. Come on. Is it one more? I agree. Brett Davey, I don't understand. Do you have a show ID to get your silver bar in Australia? I had to show 2 photo and address ID. Interesting. Huh. I don't know. Send me an email, ronsbasementsilver@gmail.com. Yep. Raven says, yep. Yeah, guys, it's not going to take a lot for this next major event to happen. No doubt about it. Okay. Oh, we got inflation numbers today and gold shot up. I was so happy. Weren't you happy? I was happy, but I said, I just had that feeling, so I thought, I bet it's going to pull back. Last I checked before I came on, somebody let me know, is gold up or down right now? What about silver? Up or down? Leave it in the comments section, right? Look, long term, the price is going to go up. I am a fervent believer in that. It is real, right? Silver and gold are real. You can take paper. It's blowing my mind. I have to share that with you again, that you can take paper and trade it, convert it into real silver and gold. God's money, right? Earth's money, true limited supply. Let's talk about cryptos for a little bit. Cryptos what are they backed by? Nothing. Zero. Now, don't hate me, crypto people. I respect you. I could be wrong. But the one way I look at it is this. You got zero, right? There's nothing backing up the crypto. And I don't care if you have 10 million zeros, 1,000 zeros, or 58 billion zeros. Anything times zero is zero, right? You take your calculator out right now. You can multiply any number times zero, divide any number by zero, and you're going to get zero. So it just blows my mind that we can trade our paper, even electronic, whatever, in for real metals. I tell you what, if I had any crypto, this is just me. I'm not offering financial advice. I would convert my crypto into real live metals. What do you think? Huh? I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. It's time for me to give you a little pep talk. We are a sliver, guys. We are the elite of the group, right? We're like, very few people own silver and gold. Even of those people, you're a more elite group. You are an enthusiast. Let me ask you right now, tell me, are you an enthusiast? Can you spell enthusiast? If you are, put it in the comments section. I want to hear if you consider yourself a gold and silver enthusiast, because you're probably 1 in 1,116 people in the world, maybe 1 in even more. I mean, we are in a small group. We're together. You are an individual. I'm an individual. But right now we are a group. We're part of a club, right? Right? This is my show, quote unquote, but it's nothing without you. No doubt. Todd Baker, COMEX silver withdrawals hit the highest ever 200-day moving average. Todd, thank you for sharing that with us. That means for the last 200 trading days, on average, over 367,000 ounces have been withdrawn every single day. Enthusiast, Echo Leaf. C-130 is an enthusiast. Daisy's an enthusiast. Jim Tillipaw's an enthusiast. Sharon Johnson's a yes, but I think that means she's an enthusiast. Okay, guys, I've got Pat Holland calling me. He's going to give us an update on SB 100.
Hey there.
Hello. Hello, you've reached Ron's Basement live stream.
Hey there, this is Pat Holland.
Pat who?
Pat Holland.
How you doing, Pat? Great to hear from you.
Good. Yeah, I'm one of the many Pats that call your show on a regular basis, right?
On my daughter's phone, you're right? For no less.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I know how to find you, man. I know how to find you.
Well, we've got
you guys.
We're doing great. We got a couple hundred people right now watching the live stream, and I told them we had a chance that you might call in to give us an update on SB 100, because I think there's some news.
You betcha. Well, it's in the fiscal committee right now, and that fiscal committee is run by Representative Dan Hux, and it's Dan H-O-U-X, Hux.
Okay.
And let me get you his number.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Hux's number is 573.
Okay.
751.
Okay.
3850.
And that's Dan Hux, H-U-X.
Yep. Yep, and we want to be very supportive of him to get that out of the Fiscal Oversight Committee literally today.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the final step before it goes on the calendar for a hearing on the floor.
Okay. So repeat that for us so we can understand where it is in the process one more time. Thank you.
You bet. No problem. Okay. So I'm going to leave this room here. So make sure I get better reception.
Okay.
I'm in the Capitol right now.
You're in Jefferson City right now?
I am.
Wow.
Oh, yes, of course. SB 100 is moving. Of course, I'm in the Capitol. Representative Dean Plocker, because of all kinds of pressure, including people from Ron's basement, thank you very much, has moved the bill into fiscal oversight. And the fiscal oversight chairman is Dan Hux.
Okay.
And his number is 573-751-3850.
Okay.
And we want to call and encourage him to hear that bill in fiscal oversight so it can go on the floor as soon as possible. Remember now, Friday at 6 o'clock, it's over for the year.
That's it. The buzzer rings.
That's correct. So once again, it's going down to the wire.
Okay.
With SB 100, and we finally got it out of what we call the Rules Committee.
Okay.
And now it's in fiscal oversight, which is the last step before it goes to the calendar.
Wow. So the good news is it's moving.
Yes, it is.
And the other good news is this could give Missouri citizens the ability to reclaim their right to use gold and silver as legal tender.
That's correct. It gives us the ability, it gives businesses the encouragement that they need to be able to accept gold and silver, gold backs, electronic versions of gold and silver, like an ATM card from UPMA Bank, and just get the whole thing going.
Wow.
That is what we need, and we're getting close to it, and I'm here working it. I've got one of the people from the Missouri Freedom Initiative with me today.
Okay.
And we're working it, and we're very hopeful that we can get it done, but the phone calls into Representative Dan Hux would be quite helpful.
Okay. And I want you to know, real quick, yesterday we had over 13,000 people who watched our video yesterday and helped make calls and support this in Jeff City as well.
God bless all of you.
Yeah.
This is a group effort. Like I said, no one can ever say they did it all.
Sure.
There's so many people involved. We're all cogs to make the machine work, every one of us. And I want to thank everyone in Ron's basement for everything that they've been doing. This is very important for Missouri. We're helping other states too. We're trying to get a good bill across that will be a great example for all the other states as well. We have to do this because, as you guys know, FedNow starts July 1st, and that's the Federal Reserve and banks encouraging everyone to go cashless.
Yep. So
the digital dollar is coming. They're setting up the framework for it. This is our defense mechanism given to us by our founding fathers.
Yes. This is a big deal. And Missouri,
yes, it is.
Kansas matters, Iowa matters, Texas matters, Missouri matters, right?
Indeed, every state matters. Absolutely. That's why we've been helping other states.
Yeah.
I'm not selfish about this.
Right.
Every state has got to get this done. Every state.
Every state and every individual right now who's watching this also matters and can make a difference. That's important.
That's absolutely correct. In fact, the fact that it got moved out of the Rules Committee and into the Fiscal Committee is proof that basically people put enough pressure on politicians that are reluctant to move liberty legislation can make it work. They can actually push them far enough. And trust me, Dean Plocker did not want to move that bill out. He wanted it to die. So we don't want it to die in the Fiscal Committee either. So that's why we're going to call and give an encouraging message to Dan Hux's office that we want that heard in fiscal as soon as possible today.
Okay.
So it can go on the floor.
In the Fiscal Oversight Committee, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
We want it heard today. And we want everybody to be encouraging and nice when they call, correct?
That is absolutely correct. There's no reason to be otherwise at this point. Now, I'm going to go up and visit Hux's office here in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Hopefully, his LA doesn't have time to talk to me because she's too busy taking phone calls from folks on Ron's Basement.
And in LA is a legislative assistant? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I figured.
Jefferson City speak.
I'm like, Pat, I thought you were in Jeff City. You're heading to Los Angeles? Yeah.
Well, California needs this bill more than ever, but I tried real hard to get it in this year.
Yeah.
Talked to 2 reps and 1 senator in California. They were all conservative, and they all said it cannot get done in our states. We're not even going to try.
Yeah.
That's what I heard from them, unfortunately.
Well, give it some time, right?
Yep. Well, they're going to have no choice pretty soon.
Yeah.
Either they'll go all digital, or they put in some kind of safeguard.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
They're trying to suck the cash out of the system, gang.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to suck the cash out and all the change out. They want you using debit and credit cards only, because that's how they can shift you into the new digital dollar with digital wallets, where they can totally control your life, and not just your life. They can control local and state governments with that same process. It's a total control grid. Mm-hmm. So whoever controls the digital currency will control everything in the United States.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, this is very important. This is critical. I like to say gold and silver could easily become the last bastion of financial privacy. That could be a lot.
You're absolutely right, and it's God's money.
Right.
And it's all over the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for those of you who read that, you'll know this. But I want to thank everyone on Ron's Basement again for all of your help with getting this critical legislation through. In fact, I dare say that this is probably in the top 3 bills in Jefferson City this year. For many people's point of view that are legislators, from mine, it is number 1. Yeah. It is more important than anything else. We do have important bills, trust me. But this one's far more important because Fed now starts July 1st.
Yeah, yeah.
So we need this now.
We need to move fast. Thank you, Pat.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Ron. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
And thank you again, everyone on Ron's Basement, for everything you're doing. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. Well, I'm here right now working it.
They all are putting on comments to thank you as well, right? You're a favorite here in Ron's Basement. And Pat, good luck. Keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you very much, man. Hey, I came up with a name for the gold bear.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Barnaby.
Barnaby. All right, Barnaby. Yeah. Barnaby says hi.
All right, cool. And hey to Smitty, too. Hopefully he's not truck driving today. He's actually enjoying his time in the basement.
He is. He's hanging out like normal. He's blindfolded.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Pat. Good luck.
Thank you, Ron.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy.
See you, man.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it, guys. SB 100 is making progress, and it needs to, because we only have through like the end of the week. So if you get a chance, put a call into Dan Hux. Be nice. Let him know that you want to see this bill continue to move forward, right? It's important. I mean, look, we're hearing all about it. CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Oh, interesting, right? What are we going to be able to do? What's the only thing left? I want you to think about that for a second. The only last bastion of financial privacy, I like to say it that way, privacy left will be precious metals. That actually, and a lot of you won't agree with me on this, but I think that when the CBDCs do come through, and cash is gone, right? I don't have any cash down here to show you, but when it's gone, right, it could create a huge level of a new wave of people who want to get into the precious metals. They're going to realize it's the last bastion of privacy, and they're also going to realize that whatever this new digital currency is, and it will probably be in the wake of some type of crisis, right? That'll give good cover for them to roll it out, right? That whatever is coming down the peak will most likely be diluted, just like every other fiat currency, paper, electronic, or otherwise. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate your support. All right. I'll call. I'll see if I can get a hold of Dan Hux. Let's see what we can do here, guys. Let's see. Call. Okay. 573-751-303850. We're calling. It's ringing.
You've reached the Legislative Office of State Representative Dan Houcks. I'm sorry we missed your call. Please leave a message with your name, address, and email or telephone number. Thank you very much and have a good day.
You may start your message now.
Hey, Dan, this is Ron from Ron's Basement. I'm a YouTube channel that caters to gold and silver enthusiasts. Actually, right now, I'm on a live stream with over 250 gold and silver enthusiasts from Missouri and from around the world. And by the way, I live in St. Louis. I am a Missouri resident, a friend of Mr. Pat Holland. I just wanted to call and tell you thank you for your work that you're doing on SB 100. Also, to encourage you to please help move it forward. I understand it's moving into the Fiscal Oversight Committee. On behalf of myself and my 20,000 plus subscribers here on Ron's Basement, we want to thank you and encourage you to move this gold and silver legal legislation forward because it's what our founding fathers wanted. It was in the Constitution. Thanks for your work, and maybe we'll get to talk to you live sometime here in Ron's Basement. All right, guys, obviously I got a voicemail, but a voicemail is better than nothing. Let's get through some comments here. Guys, I think I want to remind you of something. You do matter. You do have the ability to make a difference, right? Right? On many different levels. Politically, even in your house with your friends, even in the gold and silver community, even in this community, you right now, right? It's not RonTube, it's YouTube. You, right? You. It's nothing without you. You are the most important part of Ron's Basement. You can make a difference here as well. Your comments matter. I can't follow everything because there's so much going on, but you guys are learning from each other. I'll go back and read them later. It's so important that you realize that and recognize that you make a huge, huge difference. All right, let's see here. Just say no to forced CBDC and Fed now. Circus coin. Very awesome. I want to read some of your comments. If you put a comment in, I might pick yours. Ron, from arithmetic, when I make a difference, this is subtraction. What do you ask me to subtract? Right, exactly. I think it's so key to realize that, guys. Gold and silver are real. Everything else is fake. Look up John Exter's pyramid. He was a United States Federal Reserve governor. He was a big proponent of gold and silver. The base of the money system is gold and silver. It always has been. It always will be. Yeah, they can make all kinds of imaginary make-believe. Woo, look at all this stuff floating around. Derivatives, bitcoins, debt, blah, blah, blah. There's $300 trillion in debt in the world, right? There's no way all of it could ever be paid back. It's all make-believe. It's all a con game. You know what's not a con game? Silver and gold. Craig Edmonds, Ron, you carry your words well. Maybe you could help me talk to the wife about getting a new basement. Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you, my friend. You may think I'm convincing, but my wife, Susie, she doesn't find me to be very convincing. Although I've stood my ground, right? Any room with a concrete floor is mine. That includes the basement, and I can wear whatever I want down here. She hates this red shirt. Hates it. Susie hates it. I hope she's not on the live stream because she'll be getting mad that I said that. All right, guys, questions. Put them in all caps, please. I have a question for you. We started this live stream talking about the banks and the banks potentially freezing money, right? Because they don't have the funds to pay out right now. Are you worried about money you have in the bank? Yes or no? Please let me know. Sorry, I think I just made a funny noise into the microphone. Yes. Yeah, I am too. Yes. Steve Shockley, Blaine, Echo Leaf. Blaine is not worried. Pax Gold Price, 2032. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it is getting scary out there. Definitely. Elements, Chris P., Dean Ridley, Sharon, picked up some of the new Scottsdale Mint Cowboy Rounds. No, XRP, Tina. The sovereign coins, a better idea than rounds. Sovereign coins have a more potential for price appreciation, I would say. A chance that they could become numismatically more valuable, like from a collector perspective. Some people might say, too, that sovereign coins are a little more, there's a little more security built into them. But everything can be faked. CoinShop Chris and I did a great video. And by the way, thank you, CoinShop Chris. Thank you for your help today. Okay, guys, we're at 131 likes. Thumbs up. Look, let's get this to 150. If we get it to 150, I'll ring the bell. Yes? This bell 3 times. Can you do that? 150 thumbs up. That would help the channel. Don't forget to please subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. I'm here for you, man. I'm in the basement. You're always welcome here in the basement. 10K is not that much cash. Share, share, share. Okay, 148. We're almost there. I'm going to ring the bell. What did I say? 3 times? 150 for you. The old bell. Oh, man. Guys, today at 2 o'clock Central Time, I have a webinar with Keith Neumeyer, right? And Dan Wilton. Keith Neumeyer is the CEO of First Majestic Silver. Keith Neumeyer is one of the most respected and recognized names in the precious metals sector, right? This guy's on your side. This guy is outspoken again about the price, but very rare for a mining company CEO to be outspoken regarding the manipulation and price in the precious metals sector. He's even mentioned at times like developing a co-op amongst the mining companies so they could sell the metals directly themselves. Keith is on your side, man. He's, there's a reason why he's so respected and reviled within the precious metals sector. Now, we're going to be talking about First Mining Gold, but he's the chairman and founder of First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold developer. They've got 5 million projects and a bunch more. You can learn more about that in the webinar, but we're going to talk with Keith about the gold and silver market, the gold and silver price, what he feels about that right now. Also, we're going to talk about the overall mining sector, okay? Keith is on your side. There's a link in the description of this. It's on a platform called 6, the number 6 with IX behind it. You'd really be helping me out. First Mining Gold sponsors my channel. I'd like to break the record for the number of people there, and I guarantee you'll hear something. And I'm going to tell you too, I'm going to be nervous as heck because Keith Neumeyer, am I dreaming? I hope you can join. It'd be great to see you. Hey, what's the other elephant in the room? We almost forgot that. I need an elephant. Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second, guys, okay? I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. I need to get an elephant. I think I know where I have an elephant. I'll be right back. Elephant and elephant, elephant. Elephant. Aha. There's an elephant. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I needed to get an elephant because there is another elephant in the room that we need to talk about. This is actually called the elephant. Okay, this is some toy my kids had. This is the elephant in the room right now, and that is the debt limit. Okay, it is quickly approaching 2 weeks from now. Catastrophe. They're saying it could be a catastrophe, right? An economic catastrophe. What do you think would happen to the price of silver and gold? You know what happened last time in 2011? We had that catastrophe. I wonder if we can get the 200 thumbs up. You guys, you tell me what you want me to do if we get the 200 thumbs up. I will not take off the red shirt, so don't anything to do with anything dirty or nasty. Anyway, in 2011, the last time that we had this big debt limit problem, the price of gold went to an all-new time high. Yes, all-time high. Silver, it did all right back 2011. In 2011 dollars, it went to $48 per ounce. Yes, 48. What's different now? Well, the Democrats and Republicans, they're not getting along any better. They're getting along a lot worse, right? What about the world? The world is moving away from the dollar as we speak. De-dollarization, right? And what are they moving to? Who can figure it out? I'll tell you what they're moving to. They're moving to gold. Central banks bought a record amount of gold in the first quarter of 2023. Guys, things are different this time, more extreme, as we are quickly approaching the debt limit, the debt ceiling. Even old Janet Yellen, she said it would be a catastrophe. You guys aren't telling me. Blaine, will the webinar be first mining? It will be, yes. It will. The focus of it will be on first mining, Blaine. Absolutely. We're going to talk about the gold price. We're going to talk about the general sentiment in the mining sector, but nonetheless. So Janet Yellen said it would be an economic catastrophe. Oh, interesting. And Jerome Powell, he said the same darn thing. So guys, we are heading into some interesting times. Hey guys, and CoinShop Chris, everybody please tell CoinShop Chris thank you. He helps out a great deal with the channel. He's on here now moderating. Thank you, CoinShop Chris. I need to remind you of something very important. I will never reach out to you and say, join me on WhatsApp. Those are scammers. They're everywhere on all the YouTube content creators have to deal with it. I will never reach out to you on WhatsApp. If you want to get in touch with me, my email address is always in the description of every single video, ronsbasementsilver@gmail.com. Okay? This is not a test. 200 thumbs up, a 200-ounce silver giveaway. I'll have to run that by Susie. I'll check back on that one. Everybody thanks CoinShop Chris. He's a great help. He's a wonderful guy and a big, big help. So, sounds like a lot of us are worried about our deposits in the bank, right? There's potential that they could freeze our bank accounts. And, who knows? What's the money? What's the paper worth anyway? I still can't get over the fact that they let us convert paper money into real metal. Does that just blow your mind, right? I mean, guys, the metal's held its value for just thousands of years, right? And the dollar has lost 98% of its value since 1913, or lost, just basically losing its value. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, thanks guys for joining me. I'm going to look forward to seeing you next time. Be well. You are the most important part of Ron's Basement. You are important not just to me, but to a lot of people in the world. I'll see you next time.